All right, back again for another deep dive. Today we're going to switch things up a bit and tune into Brandermill Local Radio for their weekly lifestyle updates. Think local news events, all the good stuff happening in Brandermill. And to help us navigate the Brandermill airwaves, we've got a true insider here.
That's me. I'm always in the know. There's always something exciting happening in Brandermill.
All right, so picture this. It's February 25th, 2025, and you're relaxing, getting ready to hear the latest from our favorite radio hosts, Greg Smith and Tanya Roberts.
Hey, Greg.
What's going on in Brandermill this week, Tanya?
Well, Greg, there's a lot happening, from neighborhood discussions to some fun spring activities.
Spring already.
Well, we can hope, right?
For sure, for sure.
So first off, we've got a Neighborhood Advocacy Council meeting coming up. It's on Monday, March 3rd at 7 p.m. at the Harbour Pointe Clubhouse.
Okay, a council meeting. Anything we should be keeping an eye on?
Definitely. This meeting is all about proposed amendments, things that'll be on the upcoming ballot. So it's a chance for residents to learn more and, ask any questions they might have.
So if you've got thoughts about the future of Brandermill, this is the place to be.
Exactly. And don't forget, everyone is welcome to come. It doesn't matter which neighborhood you live in. This is about the whole community.
I love that. All right, now moving on to something a bit more fun. I see some spring festivities popping up on the calendar. Even though it's February, Brandermill seems like it's ready to embrace the warmer weather. Yeah. Tell me more about this spring wreath craft class.
Oh yeah, get ready to tap into your crafty side, Greg. It's happening Tuesday, March 4th from 1 to 3 p.m. at the North Beach Clubhouse. And here's the best part, it's only $5.
Wow, $5. That's a steal. What makes this class so special besides the price?
Well, you get to design a beautiful wreath using local flowers from Blossoming Roots Flower Farm. They'll provide all the materials and walk you through every step. Even if you've never thought of yourself as a crafty person, you'll walk away with something beautiful.
It sounds like a perfect way to add a little bit of spring to your home.
Yeah.
And talking about fun things to do, there's a Movie Under the Stars event in Sunday Park.
Yes. This Friday, March 7th, from 7 to 9 p.m., they're showing Wonka. And guess what? It's just $5 per family.
What?
And that includes popcorn and juice.
Wow, that's quite the deal for a family night out. Wonka Under the Stars.
Oh.
Has to be a magical experience, especially for the kids.
Oh, absolutely. It's a classic for a reason.
Now, Tanya, a community thrives on the involvement of its residents.
Yeah.
What opportunities are there for people to get involved and contribute to Brandermill?
Well, Greg, we've got two committees that are searching for new members. The Community Appearance and Maintenance Committee, or FAMAM, and the Finance Committee.
Oh, so if you've got a green thumb or you're good with numbers, Brandermill needs you. Tell us more about what each committee does.
Yeah. So CAM is all about ensuring Brandermill looks great. They focus on enhancing the community's appearance. That includes things like landscaping and taking care of common areas. But they also advocate for smart investments in the community's aesthetics and resources to align with the Brandermill Master Plan.
Basically, they're the guardians of Brandermill's beauty. Big responsibility. And what about the Finance Committee? What do they do?
Well, they're the ones making sure the community's finances are in order. They ensure that things run smoothly and sustainably. They develop financial procedures and make sure resources are being used responsibly to benefit the whole community.
It seems like both of these committees play a really important role in shaping Brandermill's future. Now, Tanya, something interesting caught my eye when I was looking over the community news. It looks like love is in the air in Brandermill with this love poem challenge. What's that all about?
Oh yeah, we've been getting a lot of submissions, which is great. The winner will be announced on Friday, February 28th, so stay tuned to our social media to find out who takes home the prize.
I can't wait. Can you give us any hints about the kind of poems we're talking about?
I don't want to spoil the surprise, but let's just say we've got a mix of styles and feelings expressed in these poems. Some are very personal and sincere, while others are more playful. Some even beautifully describe Brandermill itself.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah.
It's amazing how people express their connection to this community through art.
Exactly. Then speaking of connecting and having fun in Brandermill this week, don't forget Bingo Night at the Harbour Pointe Clubhouse. It's on Tuesday, March 18th from 7 to 9 p.m.
Bingo Night. Now you're speaking my language. Who's organizing this?
That's Al Morgan Real Estate. And get this, it's free. Plus there are some great prizes, so you could even win something.
A free bingo night with prizes. Sign me up. What about new people moving to Brandermill? Is there anything planned to welcome them?
Of course. We're having a new resident welcome party. It's on Tuesday, March 25th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. at the North Beach Clubhouse.
A welcome party. That's a great way for newcomers to meet their neighbors.
It is. It's all about fostering that warm and welcoming atmosphere that Brandermill is known for.
And don't forget that the CAM committee is specifically looking for members from the North of Genito area. They want to make sure all voices are heard.
That's right. They're committed to creating a community that benefits everyone. Representation is so important, and they want to make sure all areas of Brandermill have a say.
You know, we've covered a lot already. But didn't we forget something? What about those love poems? You were going to share a few, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I almost forgot. Let me see. Okay, here's one that I really liked.
Okay.
This morning, on my walk, a leaf followed me home.
Wow. That's so simple, but it really paints a picture.
Right. It speaks to the beauty in everyday moments, especially when you're surrounded by nature like we are in Brandermill. Okay, here's another one that's a bit more lively.
Okay.
Trees run circles. Trees run up, run down, run wild, run narrow, run in place, hold their roots and arms of green, fling their heads to the skies, laughing at rain, moan creak, sigh rustle, whisper snap crash.
Whoa, that was full of energy. It's like you can almost hear the trees talking to each other.
Exactly. It captures the energy of Brandermill's natural beauty. All right, one last one before we move on. Will there always be a Brandermill? The place before the leaves have fallen? Between green and empty? Indecent colors swinging high, the wind running to catch up. A moment of golden breath before the whiteness.
Wow, that one's really thought-provoking.
Yeah.
Makes you think about the passage of time and appreciate moments like these.
Definitely. It really makes you appreciate the special beauty of Brandermill, a place that holds so many memories for so many people.
It's clear that Brandermill is more than just a place to live. It's a source of inspiration.
Absolutely. And it's obvious that the residents here are proud of their community and they really want to make it a welcoming and vibrant place to live. It's so inspiring to see all this energy and engagement.
You know, it's amazing how these poems really capture the spirit of Brandermill. They show the beauty of nature, the feeling of community, and all the individual stories that make this place special. Each poem is like a little glimpse into what Brandermill is all about.
I totally agree. They add another layer to understanding what it means to be part of this community.
And speaking of understanding Brandermill, we've talked a lot about the events and opportunities. But what about the challenges the community faces? Like we mentioned, the CAM committee is looking for members, particularly from the North of Genito area. What are some of the things they're working on right now?
Well, one of the big discussions is about keeping a balance between development and preserving Brandermill's natural beauty. You know, as the community grows, there's always the question of how to welcome new residents and amenities while protecting the green spaces and those beautiful mature trees that make Brandermill unique.
That's a tough one.
Yeah.
Many communities struggle with that. Finding that sweet spot between progress and preserving what's special. It's like a balancing act.
Exactly. And then there are the everyday challenges that come with managing a large community. Things like road repairs, landscaping, and keeping all the common areas in good shape. It's a lot of work to make sure everything runs smoothly.
It sounds like the CAM committee has their hands full. But it's great that they're actively trying to get people from different areas involved so everyone's voice is heard.
Absolutely. They get it. Community appearance is more than just looking pretty. It's about creating a place where everyone feels proud and like they belong.
And speaking of belonging, let's not forget about the finance committee. What are some of the financial challenges they're dealing with these days?
Well, one of the biggest ones is managing costs while still providing the great amenities and services that residents are used to. Things like utilities, landscaping, and maintaining the community facilities can get expensive, especially with prices going up everywhere.
It's a tough job for sure. Keeping costs reasonable for people while also making sure the community thrives.
Yeah. And they also have to think about investments for the future. Things like upgrading infrastructure and keeping enough money saved for unexpected costs. It's about being responsible with the community's resources.
So if anyone listening is passionate about keeping Brandermill financially healthy, this could be their chance to make a difference.
Exactly. It's a real opportunity to help shape the community's future.
You know, Tanya, thinking about the future of Brandermill, it's interesting how all these things we've talked about, events, committees, challenges, all contribute to the big picture. We have residents talking about changes, others getting crafty families enjoying a movie night, and committees working hard behind the scenes to make sure things run smoothly.
It's like all these separate pieces coming together to form something bigger.
And that's what makes communities like Brandermill so interesting. They're always changing and growing, with every event and interaction adding something new to the story.
It's all thanks to the people. The people who go to the meetings, volunteer their time, and share their talents and ideas.
It reminds us that community isn't just about a location. It's about working together. It's a journey that we share with each other, made up of events, conversations, and little acts of kindness.
Well said. And it makes you realize that even small things can have a big impact on the community.
So as we keep looking at these Brandermill lifestyle updates, it's important to remember that we're not just talking about a list of events.